One of the best DPS in this game is finally back, and from his last rerun he has gotten some nice upgrades. This video is a complete updated guide for Luuk, letting you know how to build him with best weapons, echoes, teams and rotations. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Luuk's kit description might feel very confusing and tedious to read, but don't worry, I will simplify it for you. His kit basically revolves around his 3 enhanced resonance skills. His first enhanced skill is locked behind the last hit of his basic attack combos. On performing his basic attack combo on ground or in mid-air, his resonance skill gets enhanced. The ground basic attack has 4 stages and the mid-air attack has 3 stages. You can cast his mid-air attack normally by pressing the attack button, or do an alternative mid-air attack chain by pressing his jump after the first hit. Both the methods work and are pretty similar, but the jump provides slightly more damage. After using his enhanced skill, he stays in mid-air and unlocks his enhanced mid-air attacks. After 4 basic attacks, his second enhanced skill is unlocked, after which he can do 4 more attacks to enhance the skill again to its highest level. After this skill, press the attack button again to plunge into the ground. After the first 2 enhanced skills, you can cast an enhanced basic attack, which is good for catching up to the enemies if they move a lot. Pretty simple, right? That's basically his whole playstyle, just spam basic attacks and press resonance skill after the skill lights up. Now let's talk about an important part of his kit, his forte. Luuk's forte bar consists of 300 points and fills through most of his skills. But the most efficient ways are from his intro skill, which gives him 100 points. And when any teammate performs an outro on Luuk, he gets 200 points along with 12 Concerto. This has a cooldown of 24 seconds, so his full team rotation should be at least 24 seconds long. When the forte is filled, he enters into a special state called Aureate Judge, which massively buffs the damage multipliers of his resonance skill and the last plunge attack of his combo. Each resonance skill cast consumes 100 points of his forte. One decent quality of life upgrade in Luuk's kit is that he basically gets immunity to interruption from an enemy's attack once per rotation. Luuk's Resonance Liberation deals very high damage. Its damage gets buffed by 25%, stacking up to 3 times whenever he casts his enhanced skills. So you would want to always use it at the end of his rotation. Most of his damage is considered as basic attack damage, and he can apply tune change shifting on enemies through various parts of his kit like intro skill, resonance skill, the third stage of his mid-air attacks. His first inherent skill basically allows Luuk to transfer up to 2 stacks of tune strain to the next target on casting tune break. This basically means more damage for Luuk. The second passive gives him an amplification buff of up to 30% based on his tune break boost, and it also gives him 25% attack when any teammate does a tune break or applies tune strain shifting. His intro skill gives him a direct access to any of his mid-air attack stage 2. You can either jump or press normal attack after it, which is great for our rotations. And his outro skill deals some nice damage. For his talent priority, prioritize his resonance skill followed by liberation, then basic attacks, forte circuit and intro skill. Moving on to his weapons. The best weapon for him is his signature gauntlet, Daybreaker's Spine. Oh, he can break my spine. It gives him crit rate, 20% basic and spectro damage bonus along with 10% defense ignore. But it is only around 14% better than the standard banner weapon Pulsation Bracer, so his signature is not a must pull. The Pulsation Bracer is the next best option, giving crit rate, attack percent and up to 24% basic attack damage bonus. Other 5-star signature weapons act as a stat stick for him. The Abyss Surges also works, but is around 26% worse than his signature, so try to get the Pulsation Bracer as soon as possible, or just go for his signature if you can, as it doesn't really have any good 4-star options. You can use the Celestial Spiral, Aether Strike, Stone Art or Hollow Mirage as a placeholder. Moving on to his echoes. The best set for him is the Rite of Gilded Revelation. This set gives him a total of 40% spectro damage bonus and 40% basic attack damage bonus. For his main echo skill, it is a 3-cost echo Twin Nova Nebulous Cannon, as it gives him 12% spectro and 12% basic attack damage. The 5-piece Celestial Light with Morning X is an option for new players, but it is significantly worse. For echo stats, crit rate or damage on the 4 cost depending on which stat your weapon provides. A combination of attack and Spectro damage or double Spectro damage on the 3 cost echoes both give similar performance and attack percent on the 1 cost echo. For echo substats, prioritize getting the required energy regen around 20 to 25%, then go for crit rate and crit damage, attack percent, basic attack damage and flat attack. Moving on to his sequences. Luuk's first sequence gives him a immediate attack damage bonus of 150%, and the immunity to interruption which he received once per rotation is now increased to 2. It is around 10% increase with some quality of life upgrade but not needed. The second sequence increases the damage multiplier of his liberation by 60% and increases the cap of damage amplification he gets from his inherent passive to 60%. The third sequence gives a multiplier increase to his enhanced skills and the final plunge attack by 136% and increases the stack of his first inherent passive to 4. The fourth and fifth sequences are as usual minimal damage increase, stepping stones for the S6. The S6 gives a 30% damage boost to his resonance skills and plunge attack and gives an additional 120% damage bonus to his liberation, and it basically increases the tune change stacks, increasing his damage overall. Moving on to his team comps. The two best supports for him are Denia, whose tune break mode is specifically made for Luuk due to extra tune chain application, massive buffs and personal damage, constant off-field grouping and a fast rotation. And the best option for the third slot is Morne, increasing off-tune build-up rate which allows for faster tune breaks and damage amplification buffs. If you don't have Denia, Line is the next best option as she can also apply tune strain and has strong general buffs. But if you don't have her as well, you can use Sanhua, who is a generic basic attack damage buffer. Do note that with Sanhua, since the rotation is very short, you will have to slightly extend Luuk's rotation to make the team rotation 24 seconds long, which is needed for its buff. I will cover this in detail in the rotation section. You can replace Morne with Shorekeeper, who can give similar performance in Line team, or Varina also works. Moving on to his rotations. Just a small note, if you are enjoying this video so far, do consider liking the video and sharing to support my channel, and leave a comment down below. Luuk's rotation is quite straightforward. After intro, he will be in mid-air, jump 2 times and use his enhanced resonance skill. Use the enhanced basic attack after it, which you can immediately dash cancel. Then do a basic attack followed by 2 jumps, enhanced skill again, followed by the enhanced basic attack which you can dash cancel. Again do a basic attack and 2 jumps, followed by his enhanced skill and basic attack which will trigger his plunge. Now use his ultimate, then resonance skill and swap cancel. Dash cancelling the enhanced basic attacks helps to maintain the sub DPS buff till the ultimate. If you don't dash cancel, by the time you use his ultimate, the buff will most likely run out. You can also replace the jump with basic attacks for easier rotation in exchange of slight damage. After the ultimate, you can choose to do some basic attacks and one enhanced skill combo if you have energy issues on Luuk. And if Sanhua is in the team, since the rotations are short, you will have to extend Luuk's rotation. After his rotation, immediately cast his meteor attack 1, 2 and 3 and a resonance skill and swap out. This small extension helps to make his rotations 24 seconds long for his buff. Now you might have a question, when to tune break. With Morne in team, after using tune break, she gives 40% damage amplification. So it makes sense to save the tune break until you switch into Luuk and use it to get the buff. However, after testing, I have found that casting a tune break as soon as it is available results in better performance as it helps to stack up Luuk's passive faster and the tune break damage is also very high. So casting it as often as possible is a better choice. Also with often build-up rate boosters like Morne and Denia, you can eventually cast multiple tune breaks in a single team rotation. And finally, here are some of my final thoughts on Luuk. Overall, he is one of the strongest DPS, the best Spectro DPS we have. He is very easy and straightforward to play. Since he is in mid-air most of the time, he can avoid quite a lot of attacks. He performs the best in Toa but is pretty lacking in Viva compared to the new meta DPS like Ameth and Hyuki. Also his attacks follow the enemies and he can go up to really high in air, so he can easily melt down annoying bosses like Astronaut, Lampilumen and Sentry Construct. Do keep in mind he might get knocked while in mid-air, so dodge to prevent him from falling down, but this won't reset his rotation, you can jump and continue again. You cannot quick swap with him as his kit does not synergize with it. Let me know your opinions on him. And that was all for this video. Join my Discord server to hang out with the community and for occasional giveaways. Subscribe to my channel for more Wuthering Waves videos. And thanks for watching.